So I immediately take my blindfold off and I just look to the side. I look to the side and Crazy smacked the shit out of the whole line. She was like, what? And I was like, hi guys. I know this is a different setup. If you've seen my YouTube channel or if you watch my YouTube channel, you know that I'm more into nature and travel and just like a whole different aesthetic. So for me to just be sitting talking in front of you guys, yeah, it's different. I wanted to try something different on this channel. I definitely do still want to record like nature videos, travel videos. I know I don't talk in my videos, and if I'm honest with you, I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera or just talking. I noticed my popular videos on YouTube is the one where I literally show my face for a couple of seconds, and it's kind of interesting, but I will try to put my face more in front of the camera. I just prefer to be behind the camera, honestly. I wanted to try like a story time type videos. I hope you enjoy them. If not, I won't continue them. My life isn't that interesting for me to have a million story times. There's some YouTubers I love watching, like besides traveling stuff, I love story time YouTube, but my life isn't that interesting where I can like tell 50 stories, because I don't think I have like 50 interesting stories. So this will be a story time on basically my hell night, my hell week in my sorority, how we got in. It's a night that I can't remember, and I sort of remember, but I'll explain why. So you guys don't know, I was in a sorority. I joined a local sorority. So if you don't know what that is, a local sorority is a sorority where it only exists at your school. You don't find them anywhere else. And national sororities are like all over the country. Like you can find that one sorority in multiple states, in multiple schools, whatever. So I joined a local. Throughout my whole pledging process, I was sick. I remember during rush week, they took us out and stuff, whatever. So I remember like I was dancing and I don't know what the hell happened, but like I guess I did something and my knee gave up. My whole pledging process, I was like disabled. Like I was like in a knee brace. What sucks was every time we went pledging, we had to like go up these stairs, and I needed help going up and down the stairs. Like it was frustrating. I became really sick. Like I just became ill. So one day I went to the hospital and I found out that I had stomach ulcers and I had gallstones in my gallbladder and, you know, an injured knee. So that's cool. I had all of that. And I explained it to my pledge mom, and I asked my pledge mom that same day if I could just take the night off of pledging because I just wasn't feeling well, and I just found out I had this. And oh my god, I love my pledge mom. I love you. But she said, no, you can't take the night off, da da da, you got to think of your pledge sisters, you know, whatever. She's like, you have 7 hours to feel better. And I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't too upset because, you know, during pledging, they treated us nicely. Like, they weren't mean to us. Like, you know, we sat down, so whatever. So I go and they, you know, I just explain my situation to them and it's fine. Until, you know, when you're pledging and things just get harder and harder. And that's what was happening, and a lot of my pledge sisters were so over it. I remember it was like 2 weeks before we got in, and I just got so like sick, and I was thinking, I just can't do this no more. I need to take a break. Like I'm sick, I'm injured, I need to focus on my studies. So no. And I talked to my big, but I didn't know she was my big. So I was just talking to her, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want to pledge anymore because I'm just too ill. And I was even considering just taking the semester off because I just needed to focus on my health. But then like she was like, oh my god, no, you have to continue, you can't stop, you're almost in. And the thing is, like, they say you're almost in every fucking day, a month be going by and you're forever almost in. And I was like, no. I was like, you know what, no, I need to leave, because you guys keep saying we're almost in and we're never in. And then she was like, oh my god, I'm not supposed to be telling you this. And she was like, well, you guys get in April 19th. April 19th. Okay, you just stay until April 19th. And I was like, so I was like, oh my god, I am going to like keep this a secret. And I was just like, okay, I can't wait until April 19th. So whatever. Afterwards, it became easier for me because, you know, it was like, okay, April 19th, right around the corner. And when I realized the closer we got, the meaner they were to us, and they were like, you're never getting in, you're never getting in. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I was like, I don't care. I honestly don't care, because like in my head I was just like, we're getting in soon, we're getting in soon. Like, I was so hyped. I had a friend, her name, I shouldn't say her name, I don't want to say these people's names. She was my pledge sister. I'm gonna call her Vibes. We're gonna call her Vibes because she honestly is a vibe, and she wanted to like step down because they were being kind of mean to us, and it was like a bit demotivating. She was like, honestly, I don't want to do this no more, I don't deserve the disrespect, blah blah blah. And I was understanding where she was coming from. In my head I was like, oh my god, should I tell her, should I tell her? I shouldn't tell her. Like, if I say something, we're gonna get in trouble and they're gonna push back our date of getting in, and I'm gonna get my big in trouble. So I was like, Vibes, can you keep a secret? And I was like, you cannot fucking tell no one. The only reason I know because I said I was gonna leave due to medical reasons, and she swore to me up and down that she was not gonna say anything. And I said, you can't leave now because we're getting in on April 19th, and April 19th is like 2 weeks from now. And I was like, please don't tell nobody, like, don't say nothing. And she was like, okay. And I'm so thankful for Vibes, because she never said anything, just like me. Vibes, we were like, we didn't care what they were telling us during, you know, pledging, because we already knew when we were getting in, and we were like, yeah, you can say whatever, you can say whatever. And we just like chilling. I got super sick that I ended up in the hospital. And, you know, I was already considered a risk. I was a risk. My sorority, I was a risk, because, you know, anything that happens, you know, they would get blamed for. My school is just really strict on Greek life. Like, literally anything bad that happens like around a sorority or fraternity in Greek, like, it's your fault, like, you should have done something, I don't know. So, you know, I just became ill, and this was like the day before. And I remember my pledge mom like talking to me. She was like, you know, just trying to figure out what was going on with me, but at the same time trying not to tell me when we're getting in, but I already knew in the back of my head. And she was like, you know, tomorrow is going to be a really busy day, like, you guys are gonna be up all night long. And she was like, I'm worried for you, I'm super worried, like, can you handle this, like, will you be able to come? And in my head I was like, yes, because I already knew. I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna be there. So the hospital, just to help me like calm down, settle down, like with the pain, they gave me oxys. So I was prescribed oxys. I just hated it. Like, yes, it does help with the pain, but I don't like it because I couldn't think. I couldn't do like basic things. I felt like, I don't know, I felt like a zombie. It's like, I don't know. I remember one time I was doing like laundry on campus, and I took the medication, but it was just a struggle for me to do laundry. Like, mentally, like, I don't know, I guess mentally I wasn't alive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would rather be in pain and be able to think than ever take oxys again. So no to oxys. I was just on oxys, and I explained it to my pledge mistress and the other sister. So, you know, the day comes, we're getting in. I'm like excited, like yeah, I'm getting my colors, we getting in. Like I was happy on my little pills. Like, you know, but I had to act like, oh, like I'm nervous, I'm scared, because I can't like let them know, like, why the fuck are you so happy, why are you happy, like, you know, they couldn't, like, I didn't want them to know, because then they're like, oh, I don't know, I just had a feeling I have to act all sad, all depressed, like how we're tired of this. But in my head I was like, I'm getting in, I'm getting in, like. So it's Hell Night and I'm just so happy. I was like, but we knew something was wrong because we were asked to go to the house at 7 p.m. when pledging for us always started at like 9-ish. So we just go whatever, and like there was just a lot of cars outside the house. And I was genuinely confused. I was like, why is there so many cars? Like, what's going on? And, you know, we're all talking about it. We're like, why are there so many cars? Where's so many cars? Whatever. So we go in and we, like, stand there in a line waiting for someone to open the door. We go inside. We have to change into our, pledging uniform, whatever. And but, like, as soon as we get inside, they're in our, like, all this alumni. So all those cars are alumni cars, but all this alumni in our face, like, hurry up, hurry, rah, like they just like, they like dogs barking in our faces. I was like, oh my god. So then, like, you know, my pledge mom pulls me to the side, and I guess alumni knew the situation, but not really, or they were just like assholes who didn't care. But anyways, my pledge mom immediately, she pulls me over and just gets me out. She was like, and she just told me straight to my face, as soon as like the rest of my pledge sisters, they went in, she was like, you're getting in today. Tonight's the night that you're getting in, and I need to know 100% sure that you can handle this. You can handle this all night. She was like, where's your medication? Did you eat? And I said, no, I didn't eat. And the reason I didn't eat was because, yeah, when you have stomach ulcers, it hurts to eat. And she was like, why didn't you eat? Why didn't you eat? And I was like, it hurts to eat, like I don't want to eat. And she's like, you had to eat, I told you to eat. And I was like, I don't want to eat. So I remember she got my big sister, and my big sister, she just brought me a lot of fruits and vegetables. My big sister is like the most caring person in the world, literally. So basically she gave me like a banana, so I ate a banana. And my fucking pledge mom had my medication, and I was supposed to take it every 4 hours, and I already took it before going, so I didn't have to take it for like another 3 hours. But my pledge mom, she was like, oh, here's your medication, take your medication. And I was like, oh, no, I don't need to take it for like another 3 hours. And she was like, no, just take it, take the medication. And I was like, but I don't need it. And then she's like, just take it. So I took it, and I was like, oh, okay. So I took the medication. Yo, that was a big mistake, because I think the later on, like the whole night, when I said, oh, I kind of remember, but I don't at the same time. After that, I was told to go downstairs, and a lot of the alumni was like, where were you? Why are you coming down? And then, like, you know, the pledge one was like, oh no, leave her alone. Like, she is actually like sick. Like, you cannot be like yelling at her. But alumni, like, well, not all alumni, but for people who have pledged and joined a sorority, why, like, some alumni, not to be rude, they're like boomers. Even like recent alumni, you have that one alumni that graduated last semester, and it's like they're automatically like boomers. They're like, well, when I was pledging, we had to do this, and we didn't have an excuse. Or when I was pledging, this was going on, my mom died, my dad died, and I still, like, you know, like, okay, congrats. Like, not congrats, but you know what I mean. Like, but like, it's like, just because you had to do it, you went through it, doesn't mean like I also have to like go through it. I mean, at the time, I was just so happy, and I knew we were getting in, and like my pledge sisters, besides vibes, still didn't know. So they were just they were at a 10 for frustration. But I was like, y'all, what ever. And like they were just coming at me, that they didn't care. And you know, they're quizzing us, like we're just sitting there being quizzed, and they would make us sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. I don't know why, because some of the alumni were like, oh, when we pledge we stand up, and then the other alumni was like, oh, when we were pledging we sat down. You see, like there's inconsistency. That was another thing that used to aggravate me so much, the damn inconsistencies. Like every pledge class, every pledge process is different. Just because you did it, the other person didn't do it, you're gonna have us looking crazy, up down, like girl, like, you know, because of me we just sat down. We're sitting down, they're quizzing us and telling us wrong, like look at, like they're moving their heads like this, like they look mad robotic and shit. And I knew I wasn't wrong. Like they were doing that crap on purpose. Like they just wanted to see us upset, and I knew it was I'm not wrong. But then like the pill really started kicking in. Like I don't know, like I was just like bro, like they would be asking us questions and I just zoned out, like, and I remember I was just like, stop talking. And then they'll come to me and they'll be like, oh, why you not say anything, why you not say anything? But I didn't know they were like yelling at me until like, I don't know, until like, I was like physically touching. I was like, oh, whoa, and I was like, what's up, and they're like, why, hello, like where are you, like hello, like you can't zone out, like your pledges don't zone out. And I was like, I don't know. So then there was this one part of the pledging process where I personally could not participate, or they just chose, no, I mean I could have participated, but they chose not to have me participate because I think because of my knee and because I wasn't feeling well. So my big sister just pulled me out and she took me upstairs again, and we just sat there like waiting. We were waiting until that part was over. So while we're upstairs, an alumni comes and she's like, oh, why are you here? Why are you not down there? And then my big sister was like, oh, she can't do it. Like she's really sick and she has a bad knee, and if she does that part of the process she might slip and hurt herself even more. And then like the alumni was just like you know, like oh my god, I don't, oh, thinking about this I'm like, yo, some people are just not retarded, but some people are like annoying, seriously annoying, whatever. So then they're like, okay, go back downstairs. So I go back downstairs and I see my pledge sisters are covered in this like brown sticky substance like all over, and I was just like, what happened? And whatever happened, I am so glad I did not take part of it. And and I was like, I don't know what happened to you guys, but no. And yeah, so I was just like sitting back with them. Once again, they're quizzing us and they're throwing Jolly Ranchers at us, and they're just throwing Jolly Ranchers at us, and it was so random, and I'm just like, what? And then there was like some sisters who came and they're actually concerned. They're like, do you need some water, do you need something to eat, like are you guys okay? And some people said yes, some people said no. For me, I was just like, no, because in my head, like I felt like, I don't know, I feel like things were like so slow. I think things that happened 5 minutes ago I was like processing. I have to change cameras. I'm so sorry, my camera is dying. Alright, I'm sorry guys, so we're back. I'm on my phone now because my camera, like I said, that pill, like things that happened 5 minutes ago I was like processing now. So my reaction time was so late. And so basically you know, alumni started focusing on our outfits, and we had on this ugly black turtleneck and like a black skirt, and we had to wear stockings that day. But one of my pledge sisters, her stockings ripped, and because her stockings ripped, we all had to make a rip in our stocking. And you know, people are just ripping up their stockings, whatever. And I just couldn't, like, I don't even know, like I just couldn't. I was trying, but I couldn't. And I forgot, guys, I'm so mad. So I forgot that I had my beanie on. This is a beanie, like you knew who I was. Like, it was just a beanie like I wore all the time. I never took it off. It was this gray beanie. And I just forgot to take it off. Like, I don't wear my beanies during the pledging process, but because I was like immediately like grabbed and pushed and like just took off the side, it threw me off guard. It just took me out of my concentration. We had an alumni. What should I name her? Because she's fucking crazy. I think she's changed though. I hope my sorority never sees this story. But what should we call her? We just call her Crazy. So Crazy came in, and it's obvious this girl has been drinking. Like, she showed up drunk. The way she even came in and opened the door, like, she just came in, she flung that door open, she almost fell on the floor.
Julian!
We looked at her like, what? And people were like, and a lot of like current sisters and alumni were just like, she's here. I think people were hoping she didn't show up or something. So she comes up to me and she's like, why are you wearing a beanie? None of your other sisters are wearing a beanie. And I just like freaked out, and I was like, oh my god. So I was like, oh, I didn't take it off. And then she like takes it off my head and she puts it on her head, and she's like, do I look cute? Do I look cute? And I was like, fuck. And I was like, R.I.P. to that beanie. I was so mad in my head, because in my head I'm like, that's it, the beanie's gonna be gone. And guess what? She lost my beanie. I never saw that beanie again. And people were telling me, oh, we can replace it. But people don't understand. Sometimes you wear something every day, not because like you can, it's because like it has meaning, it has value. Like, yeah, whatever. Never saw that beanie again. Still upset till this day. Never been replaced a new beanie. But anyways, and then there's this one part of the process where we were blindfolded, and I was like, okay. So they put the blindfold on us, and you know, they kept quizzing us, but they didn't like do anything to us, but they kept quizzing us and asking us questions. They kept saying that we were wrong. They were screaming at us. They're purposely like banging things around us, like banging pots and pans, like just to freak us out. They were taking like paddles and like hitting, like, I don't know, like just slamming the paddles on the floor, just making like noise, I guess, just to throw us off or something. I don't know what it was. And like I said, like the pills just had me not focusing. Like, I was not on my game. But out of nowhere, I just feel something like heavy, something just heavy on my like shoulder, like someone put their weight or something. It didn't hurt. I think it was supposed to hurt, but because I was on them pills, I just felt like, I don't know, I thought someone sat on me or something. So I immediately take my blindfold off, and I just looked to the side. And Crazy smacked the shit out of the whole line. She was like, what?
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you alright? How did...
And I was like, and then immediately one of the sisters just put the blindfold back on me, but I already saw what happened. Like, I already saw. Well, immediately they took me out the line. They're like, oh, get Jasmine upstairs. So, you know, I think they sent me upstairs because I saw what happened. Girl, so they kept the other people down there. So my pledge sister Bougie, I'm just gonna call her Bougie. So my pledge sister Bougie has a big sister, and her big sister, let's call her Boxer, because she knows how to fight. Bougie's big sister Boxer was not having this. When she saw her little get hit, she went to Crazy and just started beating the shit out of her. And I personally did not see this. Like, I heard this happen, but my pledge sisters were still downstairs. I was upstairs. They grabbed all of like the pledges that was downstairs and rushed them upstairs, because at this point I'm pretty sure my pledge class took the blindfolds off, because they just got smacked in the face. Like, Boxer and Crazy are like getting beat the fuck up. Well, I heard like she had like a bloody nose and everything. So yeah, so Boxer's beating the shit out of Crazy, and like we're all upstairs. I don't know, like I was so confused, and like all my pledge sisters were like mad. They're like, who just hit me? Like, someone hit me. And they're like, yeah, someone hit me too. Like, they're all saying how like they all got hit. And you know, in my mind I was like, oh, should I tell them? But they immediately found out it was, you know, Crazy. One of the older sisters come in, and she was like, oh my god, guys, are you okay? we're so sorry this happened. She's like, this is not supposed to happen. You know we don't touch you. We have never touched you before. Like, you know, she was just apologizing. So she was actually like, oh, okay, like let's talk, let's calm down, let's get to know each other, because I feel like I don't know you guys yet. So we're just like talking and out of nowhere, like our pledge mom comes upstairs and she's like, again, apologizing. She was like, this is not supposed to happen. We're gonna have this alumni immediately removed from the house. This is unacceptable behavior. I should have been more attentive. Like, my pledge mom was just, you know, she was just really, really embarrassed by like the whole situation. Literally, news travels fast in Greek life. If you guys know, if you guys don't know, like, it travels fast. These two older sisters who didn't come randomly showed up because they found out that their big crazy got beat up. You know, my big comes in and she was like, who hit crazy? I'm gonna beat the fuck out of who hit crazy. So she was looking for Boxer. I don't think she knew it was Boxer that hit crazy. But she was like, she came in, she said, who the fuck hit my big? Like, she was so angry. And she started coming up the stairs. Like, she started like just aggressively like coming up the stairs. Like, you can hear the footsteps like doom, 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 doom. And I was like, oh my God. So then one of the other older sisters, they're like, follow me, follow me. So she put all 8 of us plus her, 9 of us. She put 9 of us in a closet. So we were all cramped into this closet, and she was like, oh, so what do you guys want to listen to? Well, I don't care about your music choices. We're just gonna listen to some Blink-182. And we were like, okay. We're like in the closet freaking out, and you want to talk about Blink-182. At this point in the story, I'm telling you what I've heard, because I think the medication for me, I think I have anxiety. I was scared. Like, at this point is a blur because I don't know what's going on. My freaking pledge sisters told me that I laid on the floor waiting to die. They're like, how I just laid out like this. I just laid out like this saying, okay, if you're gonna beat the fuck out of me, beat the fuck out of me now. Like, they said I was waiting for it, and then they got mad at me, and then like Jasmine, stop it. Like I was ready to get jumped on because like, what is going on? So like, you know, we're all trapped in a fucking closet, and all we just hear is my big, who the fuck beat crazy up because I want to beat the fuck out of you right now. What kind of pledging process is this? Why? Like, oh my God. And then Boxer came in, and Boxer started talking crazy. She's like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you too. Like, they're just going back and forth. It got to the point where I heard like they had to put a bunch of sisters in the middle, right? So they can prevent them from coming in contact. They had to prevent them from going up the stairs, because if they went up the stairs, like, oh, it would have been war. Like, they would have been fighting for real. They kept us in the closet for like a good 30 minutes, and I'm waiting to die in the closet, literally. So that I don't know what happened. So then like the older sister, she like walked out the closet while we were all still locked in there. She left us in the closet locked up in there, stuck. Went from 9 to 8 people in a fucking closet. So then things just like settled down. We hear nothing, and we're not sure what to do. We don't know if we should leave the closet. Is it safe? So then one of the older sisters came in, and she was like, okay, everyone put your blindfolds back on. No, I don't want to put the blindfold back on. Like, we out here fighting. I'm not trying to fight blindfolded. Like, I did not want any part of this. So we put our blindfold back on, and they helped us get out one by one into like this living room space in the upstairs apartment. And they like kept moving us little inches so we could stand somewhere like specifically stand at a place. And then they were like, okay, everyone, in the count of 3, remove your blindfolds. And you know, they count to 3, we take our blindfolds off, and it's our big sisters with a basket full of colors, and we finally get in. We're so happy. We got our sweaters, we got our hoodies, we got like all this decoration, like all this Greek life stuff, and we're like, oh my God, like, we're so happy. But it was short-lived. We were literally asked to leave. They're like, okay, get out, like, leave, go. because I think of the whole drama. So we didn't really have that special moment with our big or with our sisters. So it was 3 in the morning. We left and we were so happy. And we're driving back to campus. We're driving back to school like, oh, we're in our colors. We're in our colors. We're in a sorority. And we're also just talking about how fucking crazy shit was. But whatever. We go back. I shower. I go to sleep. And the next morning, I wake up wearing my hoodie, letting everyone know I joined. I did it. Like, and everyone's saying congratulations. These other girls and other sororities saying congratulations. Nationals are saying congratulations. Like, I felt so happy. Like, people in fraternity was like, oh, congrats. Like, I was so delighted. After all that, we had to have a meeting. We had to have a meeting about that fight. Like, of course we're gonna address that with us, but that fight, it was a whole other level. The older alumni, like, I don't know, the alumni association, like the real people, like they were involved. A lot happened. I don't know if you want a part 2 of that story. If you guys want to know what happened afterwards, let me know. I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, that is the story time of my hell night, how I got in my sorority. I don't know, I hope you just like this. If it was boring, just be like, don't ever upload something like this ever again, and I won't do it. But yeah, bye.